If you followed my channel quite diligently over the years, you do know Merlin. He has appeared in several of our videos, helping or not so much. So you will be sad to hear that unfortunately after 14 years it was time for Merlin to move on, very sadly. This is for me to help me say goodbye. But let us start from the beginning. About 14 years ago, Merlin, then named Tomboy, was brought from Watford near London as a rescue cat. He was 9 months old and probably rescued from an unused farm. He was in foster care for quite some time, I think, and it wasn't the best foster care because when we arrived, the animals there was a lot of animals there in a small flat, and they were all in carriers or cages. So our little chap here was basically kept in a carrier for weeks. He could hardly walk. He was well fed with a little round belly, but he really could hardly walk. So there was a exercise plan to get him walking and getting fit, and a good nutrition plan as well. And he was amazing from the beginning because I was expecting him to spend about a couple of days hiding under the bed, but he began exploring almost straight away, being very curious, very happy, as you can see, about his surroundings. And from now on, he just took to everything with gusto and bravery. He was not fazed by anything at all, and really enjoyed his surroundings. So here he's just 9 months old, possibly day 1, day 2, when we still lived in Bedford. And he just loved the attention. You can see his little round belly. And he didn't mind people, he didn't mind anything else, and really started getting around as soon as possible. That curiosity stayed with him for the next 14 years. A little bit wet cat and a bit dry cat, still playing. He liked his feathered bits, and once he started getting a little bit braver and more agile, he was allowed outside first into the enclosed garden we had at the time. And possibly because he was brought up on a farm, he absolutely loved outdoors, loved it. All the time, he always wanted to be out. Didn't mind indoors as well, but outdoors was his life. He was obviously nurtured, he was kept warmed and flea free. And I think this time when we lived in Bedford was the most urban environment, but the garden was enclosed, fortunately. Cute thing. He did go missing about, 5 months later on. He must have crossed the road and was missing for 2 weeks. We did find him being quite on a thin side and with white bits on his back, which you will notice in subsequent photos and videos. but he survived, and he wasn't really that eager to go away much after that time. We also got him good trackers. That's a very long video I took. I'm not sure why I haven't did it shorter, but well, cute cat, I suppose. Still in his red collar, we got him yellow one soon after, which was more reflective, so better for the road. And first with a radio tracker, and after that for years he's used V-necked, as you can see here. He travelled with us to Scotland and to Wales, and to Devon actually, and he was quite happy with travelling outside, travelling in the car. He loved travelling by car, and as you can see, being outside didn't deter him, no matter the weather. Still very cute. We moved house about 4 times in the last 14 years, and he never had any problems with moving houses. He was always inquisitive and curious about his new surroundings, not stressed at all, not neurotic, not sad, just moving straight to the new phase of life with gusto and energy. Apart from that, he was a very, very sociable cat. Loved hanging around with us, playing different games, mostly sitting on my shoulders. Again and again, he would just jump on just to sit to see whatever I was doing. Hanging around with my neighbour, in Devon now, coming for food, monitoring my work. He was normally not allowed to go to the workshop, but he would sneak in from time to time. He would make sure that the work was well managed by him. Always wanted to go out with us when we were leaving, but he didn't mind too much when we were out, because he always had a good babysitter, well, cat sitter. And as sitting is concerned, you see, he had a penchant for good fabrics. He also enjoyed a sauna on regular occasions. In the workshops, crinolines were his favourite place to hide, as well as bustle cages, and he even has his own bustle cage to play with at the house. Yep, that's Merlin supervising eyeletting a corset. He had so many different toys, but a string on its own, or a string with a velvet covered button, would be his favourite toys. Bar one, the plague rats from Sally Pointer. He was a good mouser, as you can see, and he would bring rabbits, well, bunnies, and lots of voles and mice, and he will eat them all. Again, possibly harkening back to his farm upbringing. Fortunately, he was never interested in birds. He loved going for walks with us. He didn't have a harness, didn't like it, but he would just accompany us on the walks and just never go too far away, just stay around and follow wherever we were going. So I'm going to miss that. That's in Olney, up at Dinham, I think, now a third place, and we had a nice walks around the fields. We kept moving to more and more rural locations, and I must say, having a tracker and V-necked here made it much easier for us if he was going outside on his own or we were away. We could always see where he was. And on a couple of occasions when he had a scare and ran away from a fox or something, it was easy to find home. As you can see, more and more rural, and this is very much in the middle of fields with a farm around. And a bit of test of his agility here. He's about 10 years old here when we moved to our Exmoor house. Good boy. Obviously, as an outdoor cat, he suffered bites and scratches and injuries. Nothing very serious, apart from one fox bite at some point. So he was no stranger to a little pyjamas. That's the bite, I think, and the big abscess. He had one on his head as well, and that's the fox. He would chase the foxes out. He didn't mind the comb at all and wore it several times. He also didn't mind other visitors to our garden, like hedgehogs or pheasants. It took him about 3 years to sit quietly without growling at my neighbour's cat, though, but they grew quite fond of each other. Then about 2 years ago, I noticed his paw being quite misshapen, and that was the result. It was a bone sarcoma, and quite a big one. So a decision was taken to remove it. The vet suggested removing the whole paw, but he was 13 at the time, so it didn't work out really. But they removed 2 toes and all the sarcoma. And that basically bought him another 2 years of life. Recovery was grumpy because he wanted to be out, didn't really want to wear any socks. He didn't mind the cone, as I said before, but it was, well, it was okay. He had other things to organize his time, and he would go out being monitored, but he recovered fully within 2 months, I think. And for the last year and a bit, his life was just like normal. He enjoyed everything. He was in excellent health. And it was only just after Christmas that I've noticed he was a little bit quieter. And unfortunately, the cancer was back. But funnily enough, he was the only cat I ever had who didn't mind having his teeth cleaned. So there you go. I think the decision to remove just the 2 toes, he didn't even limp after that, was a good one because it brought him some more quality lifetime. That's about 16th of December, so the last time when he was really playing properly and feeling himself. And it was about a week or 2 after that when I noticed he's getting a little bit quieter and not very happy to eat. So after that, it was really fast. All the bloods came normal apart from small intestines. So possibly lymphoma came up. And the last few days, he just gave up. He was just sleeping, not eating, not wanting anything. I've noticed several little lumps on his chest and paws, and some of it on skin, actually. So we knew that the cancer was back, and there was no other thing to do but to let him go. So on the 25th, we drove to the vets and have him put to sleep so that he wouldn't suffer anymore. The vets agreed that was the best thing to be done for him. Thank you so much, my little boy. 14 years together. Sleep tight.